Okay, so I recently purchased a game called Skully, and I wanted to do a video just giving my first impressions of the game. Now, I had seen a couple of photos and a couple of videos maybe of the game before I bought it, and I didn't quite understand where the name Skully came from. I'd just seen this creature running around, and I thought it was going to be I knew it was going to be like a 3D platformer, but I thought it was going to be a little bit more easier than what the game actually is, to be honest with you. Um, Having played the game, I now understand why it's called Scully, and it's because for at least half the game of what I've done so far, you control this skull, and and you find like checkpoints like what I just came from, and from this checkpoint, you can transform into the creature. Now, one of the issues I do have with this game so far, and bear in mind I've only done the first three levels, is that the skull is quite hard to control. Actually, it moves very quickly, and it's very sensitive when you're trying to do these very precise jumps, which can be quite annoying, I must admit, because like you collecting these like flower petals or flowers that you see me collecting right now, and it's like you have to do very precise jumps to get them. But if you die before you reach the next checkpoint, then you must collect them all again. And some, like I say, because it's so sensitive, it can become quite frustrating to have to repeat the same bit over and over and over again. Now you can see me transforming here into the creature, which doesn't have the same issue with the sensitive jumping, but it does have its own issues as well. And I must just quickly say, I'm sorry if you hear anything in the background. I have a fan in the room because it's really hot at the moment. Um, Now I did want to say that when I was playing the first level, I was getting used to the controls and how everything worked and looked, which was great. But when I moved on to the second level, I found myself really struggling. I think I died like 30 times trying to clear certain points of the level, which I accept that as you progress through games they get harder as you go along. But I didn't expect to struggle in the second level, which is quite crazy. Now, these black sort of like tentacles coming out of the water, they will instantly kill you. I think if you are the skull, you'll get instantly killed and taken back to a checkpoint. I think if you're the creature, you might be able to survive one swipe before you revert back to the skull. With the difficulty of this game regarding the jumping, the precision, it's given me a sort of Snake Pass feel. I know that for Snake Pass there was a trophy where you had to complete every level without dying, and one of the ways of doing that was that if you were going to die, close the application and reopen it and start again. And I know that for this game there's a trophy for completing every level without dying, and I must admit, I know I'm new to the game, I've only done 3 levels, but already I'm thinking this seems like something quite impossible to do. You know, so if someone likes a game that requires a lot of patience and a lot of precision, then this is definitely the game for you. Now I did want to make a point here. As you can see, I'm standing on a checkpoint, but to get here I had to cross many obstacles to get here with a lot of precise jumping. But take a look at this. So I'm going to cross this waterfall here with just a few jumps, and then right there is the next checkpoint. Now that is very close compared to me getting to that first checkpoint that I came from. That is an issue that I've seen so far, is the spacing between checkpoints, how you have to do so much to get to one place. But in that one there, the space between the two checkpoints was incredibly small. I must admit, I don't quite understand what happened there, whether that was a mistake or not. I don't know. But I will say that this game looks absolutely beautiful. It is incredible. It looks like the team that made this really spent a lot of time capturing every detail and making every part and aspect of the game look as beautiful as it can. Look at the way the sun is reflecting off the water. It looks really incredible, and I am sure that the longer I play the game, the easier it will become for me. I'm sure it's just because I'm new to the game and stuff like that. Well, I hope so anyway. I do want to say that if you did make it to the end of the video, then I do appreciate it, and if you do like the content that I provide on my channel, it would really help me out if you were to subscribe, as I want to do this as a more permanent thing, play as many games as I can, provide my own independent reviews, and do as many trophy walkthrough guides as I possibly can. Thank you.